Hey, hi everyone. My name is Yash, and today I welcome you back to my YouTube channel Crazy Cloud. This is the 15th video of LWC learning series, and in this video, we'll be discussing about the Lightning message service in LWC. So, without getting any delay, let's get started. So, in the previous two videos, we have seen that how to communicate from parent to child and child to parent. But what if two components are not into a direct relationship? Correct. So to communicate between two independent components, we need to use lightning message service. Lightning message service is nothing but a messaging channel between these two components. Here, suppose this is component 1 and this is component 2. Suppose we need to pass some data from this component to this component, right? So what we'll do, we'll just create one lightning message channel between these two components, and then this component will publish the data into this message channel, and then this component will subscribe to this data from the message channel, right? So this is how it works. So the publisher component is known as the publisher, and the component which is subscribing to the message is subscriber, right? So in component one, we need to import some methods of publish, and in component two, we need to import some methods of subscribe. Okay, so let's discuss how to create this lightning message service, this messaging channel, right? This message channel. So to create this message channel, there are few steps which we need to follow, right? So the step one is we need to create a folder with name message channel message channel. This is a fixed name which we need to keep of the folder, and inside this message channel we need to create multiple files. Multiple files means, suppose in this between these two components we need to create one message channel. So to create the message channel we need to create a file with any name, but the extension would be dot message channel dot meta xml, right? So this is how we name the files, right? So this file will be known as the message channel, right? So let me repeat it again. To create the message channel we need to create a folder, and the name of the folder should be message channel. Inside the message channel folder we need to create a file with the extension of dot message channel meta xml, correct? And you can name it anything, and this is how we create this message channel. This folder we creates into our LWC project, into the default folder, right? I'll show you how to create this folder and everything. So now suppose we have created this message channel. Suppose I have kept the name of this message channel MC, right? And here it is our publisher component, and here it is our subscriber component. So what it will do inside the publisher component, we need to import two things. We need to import two things. One is the lightning message service, correct? And one is the publish method. Sorry, one is the publish method from lightning message service, and another thing we need to import is this message channel, right? Again, with the subscriber component, into the subscriber component we need to import two things. One is the subscriber, or let's say unsubscriber method from this lightning message service, and another one is the message channel, correct? Okay, so suppose into this publisher component we have created two input box. One is the first name, another one is the last name, and on to click of this publish button we need to pass this data from here to there, right? So what we'll do, we'll just store the value of these lightning input boxes into two variables. Let's say first name and last name. And on to click off button, what we will do, we'll just use this publish method, whatever we have imported. So publish method, what publish method will do? Publish method basically takes three parameters. One is the message context. We'll see what is the message context. Another one is the message channel, into which message channel you need to pass this data. And third one is the payload. Correct, the payload will be the data you need to pass. So basically it is a normal JSON format, right? And the message channel is something into which message channel you are passing the payload. And message context, we can just fetch this message context using wire method. We'll see how to do that. Correct. So by writing this syntax, the the payload, the first name and last name, will go into this message channel, right? But in message channel there should be same fields, right? Like how message channel will store these first name and last name. So inside the message channel we need to create two fields, first name and last name, just to store this data, right? So by writing this line into the publisher component, the first name and the last name will go into this message channel. Correct. Then on to some events. The subscriber method, inside the subscriber component, we'll just use subscribe method, and again it will take three parameters. One is the message context, then the message channel, and another one is the arrow function, right? And how arrow function works, I'll just let you know after this. Correct. So this is how it works. So whenever you will click this button, this onto the click of this button, we'll just call this publish method, and the data will go into this message channel, and then from message channel it will go into the subscriber method. So this is how lightning message service works. So earlier we had a pubsub model also, pubsub model to communicate between two different components. But the benefit of using lightning message services are, there are many benefits, right? First, you can use this lightning message service to communicate between LWC to LWC, or even LWC to aura or visual force. So we can communicate from anything to anything using this lightning message service, right? and and another benefit of using lightning message services, uh, it can communicate between two different component, whether they exist or onto the same page or not. Suppose we have a page here, and inside this page we have two components, we can communicate into this as well. Or suppose we have another page and we have third component, so it can go beyond the page, right? But pubsub model do not do that. That's why we have LMS right now. Correct. So this is how lightning message service works. So in today's example, what we will do is we will create one component which will be publisher component. Another component will create, and the name would be subscriber component. Inside this publisher component, we'll create one, let's say two input box, the first name and the last name, and one button of publish. And between these two components, we'll create one lightning message service. And in this lightning message channel, in this message channel we'll create two variables, first name and last name, just to accept these values, right? So after clicking this button, we'll just call the publisher method and and pass the data from here to the message channel. And inside the subscriber method, we'll just fetch these values from the message channel, and we'll print these values onto the UI, first name and last name. Correct. So this will be our example for today. I have already created this example just to save the time. Let me show you how it works. Correct. So this is the publisher component of ours. Let me zoom it. So this is the publisher component, and when I type something, Yash, and let's say city, after clicking this publish method, it will these two values will go to the message channel, not into the subscriber method, and then subscriber method will fetch the data from the message channel, right? So let's publish this message. Okay, currently it is unsubscribed. Let's publish this message. So we have hello yes city, right? So whatever change you do here and click this component, this button, it will show onto the subscriber method as well. Why? Because the subscriber method has subscribed to the message channel. It just works like if you have subscribed to my channel, so whenever I'll upload any video, you'll get a notification, right? The same way it works here. So subscriber method has subscribed to the message channel. So whenever some data will published onto the message channel, the subscriber method will get a notification kind of thing, or let's say the data, latest data, and it will show into the UI, right? But suppose if I don't want to subscribe to the message channel now, right? So we can just unsubscribe it also. Now I have unsubscribed this component, and if I type anything in publish message, it will not reflect onto the subscriber component. Correct? So let's see how we have done this. So first, I have told you to create one folder, right? The first step is to create a folder. So here we have created a folder. If you see here, I have created a folder named as message channels. Correct? This is the exact name you need to keep of the folder, right? Let me drink some water. Okay, so this is the exact name you need to keep of the message channel folder. Inside the message channel folder, you can just create one file with dot message channel hyphen meta xml, right? This is the extension of the message channel. In this message channel, I have created two fields. One is the first name, another one is the last name. So this is how the message channel code looks like, correct? This is nothing but just a if you have seen any meta xml file, these looks like same. If you see here, this and this looks like same, correct? So inside this message channel, just I have just created two fields, first name and last name. Now if I show you the message component, publisher component, here are the inputs. First name, last name, and then we are calling this handle change, correct? Onto the publish message button, we are just just using this handle click method. Inside, let's see how it works in JS. So I have told you that first we need to import two things, right? So we have import publish and message context from the lightning message services, correct? If you open this file now, you'll find this publish and subscribe, all the methods, message context, everything you'll find here, right? This gets created automatically, you just need to import this, right? So here first we have imported this publish method, and then we have imported this my channel. You can name it anything, we are just using this salesforce slash message channel. And which message channel? The name of the message channel is name transfer, right? With underscore c, correct? Now inside the handle change, we are just fetching the values of first name and last name, nothing much. And in this handle click, we are just using this payload, we are just creating one JSON, and then just publish we are using this publish method. Again, it takes three parameters. One is the message context. How to fetch the message context? Just use this wire method. This message context which we have imported, right? Then the channel, and then the payload. Now, what this line will do? This line will just publish the data into the message channel, correct? And in the subscriber component, what we have done, onto the connected callback, we are just using the subscribe to message channel method. Here it is. Here this method is, right? So initially the subscription is null, right? We haven't subscribed to this message channel, correct? That's why this will go into this will not go into this if, because the subscription is null. And then see, the same way we use subscribe method here. In the publisher component we have used publish, but in the subscriber method connected callback we are using the subscribe method. If you see here, I have imported subscribe, unsubscribe, and message context from the lightning message service, and again the same message channel. This is the same message channel we have imported into the publisher component. Now we are importing it into the subscriber component, correct? So again, subscribe will take three parameters: the message context, my channel, and this is the arrow function, right? What it will do, if the message channel will have any message to pass, any message to fetch, this will call the handle message. And inside this handle message we are just assigning this first name and last name, nothing much. And if you want to unsubscribe this method, this channel, just use this unsubscribe to message channel. Why? Because onto the click of unsubscribe, I'm just using this method. How to unsubscribe? Just write unsubscribe and which channel, right? Which subscription, sorry. Const subscription you have to unsubscribe, right? So I need to unsubscribe from this dot subscription, correct? And then we'll use the subscription equals to null, correct? So this is how the lightning message services works. It is pretty much easy. If you practice this once or twice, you'll be familiar with this code and everything. There's nothing much. You just need to use one publish method which takes three parameters. Again, we need to use subscriber method which take three parameters. To unsubscribe, we just need to use this unsubscribe method, and inside this unsubscribe we need to pass the subscription variable, right? Nothing much. So this is how, if you are confused, or you can if you have any doubt, you can just ask me on LinkedIn, or even you can comment down below this video. But guys, always keep practicing. Without practice you will not learn this thing, right? Because this is something which you will, you know uh, which you will be using many times into your live project development, right? So understanding the basics is more important, right? And if you want this code, you can just ping me. I'll provide the complete code here, correct? So until next video, just keep practicing. See you soon.